Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. Today's video is actually going to be the effects of medication and weight loss and kind of how they interact with each other. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is if you begin a low carb regimen or any type of meal change within your diet and you're taking medications, you need to You need to consult your physician, and you need to be able to do a bit of regular blood work and things like that, and that is extremely important, especially if you're on medications that could affect your body. Now, even if you are on medication or if you're not on medication, especially if you are on medication, but in both circumstances, you need to be able to monitor your levels of blood pressure, glucose, insulin levels, cholesterol levels, and triglycerides and so forth. It's really important because not only are you going to get the benefit of knowing what went down and what the effects of a low carb actual regimen is having on your daily plan, but also it's a good way of keeping track if what you're doing is actually benefiting you. Most of the time when you switch to a low carb regimen, whether it's Atkins or keto or whatever it is, where you're taking in less sugar and less carbohydrates, you're going to come to a point where you're going to need less medication. Now, by all means, do not reduce those medications yourself, especially if they have to do with blood pressure or cholesterol or hypertension or insulin levels. Never reduce those just because you think it's okay to. You always let your doctor reduce them, but you have to watch them closely and get regular blood work done, because if they do come down, which usually 99.9% of the time they do come down, you could create problems within your body if you're not going down with your medications as your body becomes less dependent for that medication. Now, like I said before, if you're taking high doses of medication that your body no longer needs, then your body could unintentionally become toxic trying to fight those medications off, because if you have perfect blood pressure but you're taking medication for a high blood pressure, that could cause problems. You guys definitely need to take that seriously. I know it's difficult because you got to pay for the doctor in the beginning, or you got to pay for them all the time. Work out something with your doctor. Ask them what they think. They are specifically, I can tell you what to eat, they can tell you what to do with your medications, because I'm not a qualified doctor. I just know how to eat to lose weight, and that's my specialty. Let them be the specialist on their end. And like I said before, if you're seeing regular weight loss and you are on medication, you need to be visiting your doctor on a regular basis. I know you're probably like, well, it's such a pain, you know, I gotta make an appointment, I gotta take time off work. It's okay, you're seeing results, you're losing weight, you're living a healthier lifestyle. Suck it up and do it, because your body's going to respond well. You're going to take a little time off work, but guess what? If you're not needing a medication because your diabetes is under control now and type 2 is just gone, you're going to save yourself a couple $100 a month. So taking that one day off of work is definitely worth it in the long run. You know, say it's $200 a month times a year, that's $2,400 you saved out a year. You took one day off, you lost $80, you're still ahead, $2,300 and $2,320. So definitely keep that in mind. Stop making excuses. It's really important, especially if you're taking medication, to be consulting with your physician back and forth. A lot of them will be against low carb because they just don't know what they're talking about. And I'm not saying that like I'm smarter than a doctor, but doctors are specifically designed for being able to prescribe you medications and work on that type of ailments and things like that. They're not nutritionists, they're not dietitians, they're not personal trainers, they're not any of that. Do they understand the core principles? Potentially, but I'll tell you honestly, and this is not a pun on my doctor, but my doctor's about 350 pounds and he tries to give me weight loss advice. I'm sorry, but that's just not gonna happen. I apologize, I was that person, I'm not now. I've learned a lot of things, and I'll take your information, but it's just gonna get thrown out the window, I'm sorry. But do they know what they're talking about as far as medications? Most of them, yeah, they go to school for that, and that's their job. And that is their career, that's their life, and most of them have a dedication to be able to help you. That being said, a lot of people have an issue with weight loss, and I'll be honest, I was on a medication called Depakote and lithium and Prozac, Wellbutrin, Zoloft, Dexedrine, Adderall. I've taken tons of medications throughout my life, and I'd say about 50% of them caused me to gain weight or retain weight or not be very active. It was very sluggish feeling, very lethargic. Depakote specifically, I'd take the medication and I'd want to sleep all day or lay there all day, and that's out of character for me. So I understand that can be a reality for a lot of you, but what you have to do is work with your doctor, talk with your doctor, say, hey, I'm really focusing on losing a lot of weight right now. Can we use an alternative medication that maybe doesn't have such an effect on my weight loss or my lethargy or something like that? You have to talk to your physician because otherwise they don't know. Speak up because this is your life. Do you want to be mentally okay but not physically okay? Because I promise you, if you're overweight and you're unhappy about that, that's going to add to your unhappiness mentally, and it's going to add to your instability mentally and things like that. So you can't fight depression if you're depressed about how you look, but you're taking a medication that makes you overweight, but you're unhappy being overweight. It's just you got to really work on the balance, and you got to work with your physician and everything. So, and the big thing here is, don't tell me I'm on this medication, I'm gonna gain weight, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Here's what happens a lot of the times when people start taking a medication that could make them gain weight. Even if it hasn't, here's where the mistake they'll happen. They will say, I'm on a medication, it's gonna make me gain weight, and then they'll just start eating like crap no matter what because they heard or they researched that it could. Guess what? Just because it made 50 people gain weight out of 100 doesn't mean you're part of that 50. You could be part of the other 50 that didn't gain weight. So definitely, no matter what, always keep eating healthy because your body may be gaining weight, but if you start eating poorly, it has a lot more potential to gain weight. And not only are you taking a medication that could cause you to gain weight, but you're actually gaining weight on top of it because you're not eating correctly. Keep that in mind, guys. Just because you're on a medication that could make you gain weight doesn't mean you necessarily have to succumb to that type of lifestyle. You guys keep up the good work. If you liked our video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you're new here, check us out on Facebook group. On our Facebook group, it's called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. Remember to spread love, not hate, and you are stronger than your excuses. Keep up the good work, guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace.